Hello, everyone. I'm Jawan Strader. Watch NBC6 on our app, Roku, Apple TV, and YouTube. And here are the 6 things to know. Texas and Ohio are reeling after separate shootings that left more than 30 people dead and almost 50 injured just hours apart this weekend. On Sunday in Dayton, Ohio, a gunman opened fire in a popular bar district, killing 9 people, including his younger sister. In less than a minute, police fatally shot him. And Saturday morning, shots were fired inside of a crowded Walmart store in El Paso, Texas. A number of those killed now at 22. The gunman surrendered shortly after. Well, we're just one day away from National Night Out. The event takes place every year on the first Tuesday of August. It's a way for neighbors to interact with each other and law enforcement under positive circumstances. It also promotes a true sense of community. National Night Out is traditionally celebrated across the country and at military bases. Well, a South Florida man who sent explosive devices to critics of President Trump has been sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Cesar Sayoc mailed 16 inoperative pipe bombs days before last fall's midterm elections. Prosecutors were seeking life in prison. Defense attorneys were hoping for a 10-year sentence. Well, police need your help finding a group of thieves accused of stealing 2 safes containing more than $1.2 million worth of valuables from a home in Coconut Grove. A break-in and theft happened on July 27th and was caught on camera here. Officials say that the thieves cut through a chain-link fence and climbed over a 7-foot concrete wall to enter the property. Once inside, they used specialized equipment to remove the 2 safes that were bolted to the floor. There is a $25,000 reward for anyone out there that can help identify one of the thieves. A diver is recovering after he was bitten in the water off of Crandon Beach by what authorities are saying was possibly a shark. A diver was pulled onto a boat where coincidentally 2 passengers happened to be nurses. They managed to administer first aid during the 20-minute boat ride back to shore, where a fire rescue was then waiting to rush him to the hospital. The alleged shark attack is Florida's 4th in just 2 weeks. Well, Miami police and a group of volunteers got together to clean up Pace Picnic Island in Biscayne Bay. It was the first ever volunteer cleanup on the island, which is usually littered with plastic and bottles. Police divers even went underwater to help collect trash.
The NBC6 First Alert Weather Team, certified most accurate 6 years in a row.
Boy, those afternoons have been stormy here in South Florida. That's been happening since last week, especially this weekend. It was noticeable. And now on Monday, again, more rain in the afternoon. These steering currents from west to east drive whatever thunderstorms form over the spine of the Florida Peninsula towards the east coast. And that's what's been happening. That's why Miami and Fort Lauderdale and all the neighboring communities are seeing afternoon storms each day. So that will continue for at least a couple of more days, at least through Wednesday, I feel, before we see less stormy weather mid to late week, thanks to slightly drier air. Good news, the Atlantic dormant right now. Not a single system being tracked that has a chance of becoming a tropical storm over the next several days. So great news as we head through the second week of the month of August. You can see there's low pressure here in the Carolinas, a bit of a line of instability that extends into Florida. Showers and storms are moving towards the east out of the Everglades each afternoon. And you can see that will again happen on Tuesday. Your midday and afternoon filled with showers and storms, and numerous thunderstorms expected for South Florida on your Tuesday afternoon. So if you have anything to do outside, it's best to do it in the morning before we see those storms brewing to the tune of a 60% chance on Tuesday, 50% chance Wednesday, which is still a good chance of rain. And then rain chances diminish somewhat, become below normal chances by the time we get to Friday. The weekend, though, looks pretty normal for rainy season. Hot, humid afternoon storms around.
All right, thank you, John. And those are your 6 things to know for today. You can always follow all these stories and get a check on the forecast on the NBC6 app. Make it a great evening.